Puddie Reviews, where we review all our favorite video games. I'm Puddie Blackett, and today we are reviewing Poppy Playtime. Oh, and before I dive in, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for me, will you? Thank you. And leave a comment. Alright, Poppy Playtime blew up the internet on October 12th, 2021. Quite literally on the same level as Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy and the Ink Machine. In fact, the first time I got word of this game was when I was watching Zanimation's FNAF compilation on YouTube back in March of 2021. At first, I thought it was going to be an animated series or a practical joke. Turns out, I was wrong. Dead wrong about it being a joke. It gained itself a large following after Chapter 1 released, and then it bumped into some shitty controversy. This is why we don't want to have nice things. It did gain itself some controversy. The pros are it's got some fun, creative, simple gameplay. It's got memorable monsters. I'm sorry. I mean mascots. The simple yet fun puzzles. The ingenious grab pack, as seen on screen here, because it reminds me of a mix between the portal gun and what would happen if somebody were to mash Sonic the Werehog from Sonic Unleashed to the portal gun. In other words, what would happen if Sonic the Werehog was a mechanical pair of arms that you could attach to yourself? And of course, I'd be a real idiot not to mention my personal favorite character in the Playtime universe, Huggy Wuggy. It's memorable, but I kind of feel like there's something familiar about it. I don't know what it was. It doesn't have that many bugs. And if there were any... well, damn. I didn't even realize it. And the animation is smooth and clean, which is kind of important to me. I knew I should have quit when I was ahead. And then there are the cons. Such as the developers being money-hungry dupeks who bully their bigger fans. Excuse me. And... oh, fuck. Do I have to mention this one? Yes. Okay. NFTs. costing $90 total and $15 a fucking pop. And it lasts at most an hour. And there's a shitty paywall on the friggin' lore. And the developers seem to be acting very immature and shady by hiding their NFTs. And, as you can tell, I wrote this back when the whole NFT shit was going down, so this script did not age well, but I'm going to continue. Maybe I should be like the promotional manager? It ain't that important. But I really do not like having the environment damaged in that way. The story. The synopsis of the game is basically explained at the beginning of the game's first chapter. You are an ex-employee of a toy factory who has to search for the disappearances of the staff that happened 10 years ago and find a flower. Which I'm assuming is Poppy. Of course, you gotta go through a whole lot of things just to get to the grab pack, like going to the gift shop and then heading to security. And part of getting that grab pack has you watching a tape on a VHS player. And I remember those fondly. Yeah, I remember when the teacher would bring that here, but that's irrelevant. And, spoiler alert, the first toy you see is not Poppy Playtime. Just putting that one out there. So after watching this tutorial that seems to take for infinity, you are gifted with a little thing called a grab pack. And of course, it seems to take forever because of, well, dramaticisms. after you get your grab pack and GTF. Fuck off elsewhere. You're going to bump into your first toy. Outside of the broken ones that you see laying about the fucking factory. And of course, the first toy that you're going to encounter is not Poppy, but instead this tall blue creature called quite literally Huggy Wuggy. That wasn't supposed to happen. And that's a fitting name for this creature. I'll get to that. I'll get to why the name's fitting later. Of course, after doing a little bit of fucking about with your grab pack, the power goes out. Especially when you do this. And you find out that Huggy Wuggy is conveniently holding the key. Aw, that's so helpful. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to thank this creature, but yeah, whatever. And surprise motherfuckers. He seems to be conveniently holding the key, meaning that he's good and helpful all the way through. Right? Well, that is where you're wrong. Because you have to solve a puzzle where you have to turn the power back on. And of course, everything in here is like... oh shit. It's got no shit factor. And after you turn the power back on, Huggy Wuggy ghosts you like that slick, slimy, disgusting ex that you have to ditch, or that one pervert who keeps wanting to give you dick pics. Yeah, that one actually happened to me. So you find tapes and you find out that there are some shitty goings on inside the factory. And in real life too. But we're not talking about that. Because that ain't important for the story. Sorry. And this isn't the last you're gonna see of Huggy Wuggy. In fact, you can see him right or yonder. And hot damn, that's scary AF. Like, hey, Hugs. You have some whiskey for me, or... Puddie post-recording. There are 2 puzzles that you need to complete. And this first one is surprisingly much easier in the mobile version. Anyway, there's a lot of tapes hidden about. And answer some of the questions that some of you bigger Poppy Playtime fans ask. No. It's not possible to go back to the Huggy area. I mean, literally. Sorry. And there are plenty of jump scares in this game, so... yeah. And, welp. I hate doing this to y'all, but... there's a jump scare with Huggy over yonder. Told you. And the important part, you're gonna need this little doohickey over yonder right here. Pud, what are you doing? Escaping some evil toy? Okay. Later. Oh no, the headmaster caught me, didn't he? Yeah, he must have. Now you're equipped with both grab packs, one to grab shit. Shit, and I'm using the mobile port because... why not? Just... and I played this on my boyfriend Ash's PC. So, I'm rusty. And the second puzzle is thankfully a lot easier now that I know what I'm doing. And I love the animation of the rollers here. Wait. I did not notice that the ground moved. But I love the feeling of this vent here. It's very claustrophobic. And for this puzzle, there's more than one way to solve it. But for the mobile port, sorry about your electric. And yeah, you get a lot of so yeah, you gotta solve two puzzles. You gotta solve two puzzles just to get to the make a friend? Build a friend? Build a bear? To the make a friend machine. Which we just arrived at. Oops. And well, damn. Just... You are tasked with turning the machine on when you reach this room. And yes, another puzzle. That's going to be about as fun as a sandpaper cock. Now, excuse me. I'll get back to you in a minute. Fun fact. How many of you are fans of Has-Been Hotel? If you are, leave a comment saying angel dust. I bet you're wondering why I asked you to do that, and it's because one of the voice actors is none other than Michael Kovac, who voiced the slutty spider Angel Dust. And no, I'm not talking about the drug, I'm talking about the character. Just saying. You turn on the machine. Which is a kind of a no-shit Sherlock. And it earns you a jump scare. I have no idea what... Yeah. I am not good at making friends because of my fucking autism, but this game does it for me, so... Cool. After you build your friend, it turns into a cat bee. Which is gonna end up being your friend. Oh no. And there's a glitch here where if you put like a box in front of you, Huggy's gonna be tripping. And of course, after you get your toy accepted and you're about to leave, alright, after you place your cat bee on a scanner, it opens a door leading down a spooky hallway that ends in darkness. I feel like a goth just reading that. As soon as you're about to leave, Huggy steps out of the darkness like a giant Leviathan toy from the darkest pits of hell. What, you never watched Supernatural? I'd call this thing a Lovecraft-inspired bastard, and this is what happens when you get killed. And that tasks you with getting the fuck out. Failure to do so earns you a jump scare of Huggy giving you a hug. What a wonderful way to friggin' die. If you succeed, you find yourself in the flower room. And that only leaves you enough time to grab a box with your grab pack and knock the furry fucker out as he bursts through the door like an angry son of a bitch. You enter the room to find Poppy in a dollhouse-like setting. And, by the way, she looks spooky. The chapter ends with you opening Poppy's case and Poppy opening her eyes like a possessed Annabelle doll. Sorry I couldn't show you this because I'm really bad at controlling mobile. And that's it. Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 came out in October of 2021 and already found itself under controversy. Will the shitty NFTs impede on the success of the game? Let's find out and run the math. Not that kind of run! Merde. By my count, Poppy Playtime has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam as of the recording of this video. The scare factor is at 76% with Huggy Wuggy for me because I really don't like to be hugged. With the exception from friends and family and whatnot. You're not allowed to hug. Oh my god, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. With exceptions from family and my boyfriend Ash Fallen King, who recorded my playthrough of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 with me. The title of this chapter is rated 90%, even though, because it's called A Tight Squeeze, it's a clever tongue-in-cheek reference to the vent chase and Huggy Wuggy's method of killing people, which is hugging them to death. The animation is obviously 100% because it's made by two talented developers who are also really fucking mean. I mean, pushing someone to suicide ain't cool. The NFTs only gain about a 0.08% rating because of the fact that they're bad for the environment because of the carbon footprint that it leaves behind. And the fact that talented scumbags that I've referenced earlier had made the NFTs cost a grand total of $90. I'm a piss poor college kid. $90? That's like a week's worth of groceries for me, man. Just putting that one out there. The reason for this game existing is meh. Because I'm gonna be blunt here and say that it's got inspiration from multiple games. Most notably Bendy and the Ink Machine and Venge, which I haven't covered. I give the Golden Ring Award to Huggy Wuggy for being so fucking scary and unpredictable. The wide eyes add the extra oh fuck factor, since wide eyes are seen as cute and adorable until the cute thing becomes murderous. I don't mind getting killed by a wide-eyed Leviathan snuggle monster. And I give the dull endoskeleton award to those fucking NFTs. And the the two bad apples who helped create this beautiful gemstone. Reason why? Is because NFTs are bad for the environment because, again, leaves a big carbon footprint and damages the environment. And it exploits young audiences, and they tried to bully Ecker Coaster to suicide. Not cool, man. Just not cool. What's the final verdict, Dale? I give this game a solid 7 out of 10. The ratings would have been higher if the animations and Enchanted Mob weren't a pair of bullying fuckwits. Ew. Sorry. And it's Puddie. Oh, sorry, Puddie. It's cool. I'll see you in the next one.